What's up, everybody? This is Podcast Gameoverse episode 185. For Thursday, July the 25. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, joined as always by Rick. What's up?
What's up, everybody? It's Rick. I'm here. You're here. We're all here to talk about some video games. I got some shit to talk about. You got some shit to talk about. But let's start where we always start, man. Tell people what you've been playing.
Concord. The open beta happened on PC, and I played it.
Dope.
And let me tell you, this game, ooh boy, this game.
Oh boy, is that a good oh boy or a bad oh boy?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah?
I
Really?
like it. I like it for free. I'll say that. I like it for free. Actually, because what I did was I made a conscious effort to try to use every character in this thing.
Yeah.
So I think in doing that, I came out of it with a better understanding of what they're trying to do with this. And there's some fun to be had with this game, for sure.
That's good.
For sure.
That's good.
It plays like Overwatch, like you would expect, but just with a little bit more like Destiny. You know, it's like a little Destiny Crucible in there, and a lot of the characters feel unique. You know, they all have their different abilities, and one of the crazy things is there's a lot of you don't understand. One of the things I realized about when I play this is that it's a new hero shooter. Like, people don't know what the fuck they're doing with the characters yet. No one knows how to. Everyone's playing like a fucking deathmatch. Like, everyone's just running in solo, trying to fucking play it like it's like Call of Duty, and it's just not that. Even though there is like a team deathmatch mode, you're supposed to play it like as a team, but everyone just runs in fucking solo, and you're like, guys, it's a team shooter. Like, can we like play like a team here? So that's one thing. And the other thing is, when you die, it like spawns you in a random location on the map, which is weird as fuck. So that when you die, you respawn, and like everyone's like spread out now because there's no like set spawn locations like you would expect in a game like Overwatch, where like you have like your team's like home base, and everyone spawns there when they die. This does not do that, which is insane. Concerning, it's a team-based game, so like right after your first time you die, everyone's now scattered all over the place because everyone respawned in a different location. And that was weird as fuck. So I don't know what they're gonna do about that, if anything.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
The beta had no practice mode, but it is something they confirmed that will be in the final game. So that was another problem, is when you start a match, you have to pick a player, you have to pick a character, and there's a time limit. There's a time limit on picking your character. So it's your only opportunity while you're in the game to see what your abilities are. At no point while you're in the match can you like pull up a screen that shows you what your abilities are.
What?
It's only at this character selection screen, which has a time limit. So
No fucking way. What?
yeah. So
That's like a pretty standard thing for hero shooters, right? Like you can press like the pause button or something. It'll show you like,
and it shows
the
you everything you
score
can
and
do. Yeah.
like a quick list of the character stuff.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that? That's annoying.
It does not do that. Only at the character selection screen, which has a time limit, and
That's annoying as fuck.
and a shitty time limit too. So it just led to situations where I would have to waste a lot of time during the match to just use my abilities, just go off in a corner somewhere and use my abilities, because the game not only does it not let you look at it during the match, but when you do look at it during the character selection, the descriptions are just bad. Like, it just doesn't really explain things very well. So you still have to like waste time during the match, just play around with stuff.
And
You try
you're
to
not selling me on this being a good game. You said you like it. You haven't told me a reason why you like it yet.
here's why I liked it. It's because it's like fun. It's just fun to play. Like the gunplay is good.
Okay.
Uh, Depending on what character you're using, the movement's good. Like everyone has different abilities. It's just fun to run around and shoot shit, and you just get good plays. Uh, once you like figure out what you're doing, you really just get good plays going, and it's just fun in that regard. Um,
Okay, I can get behind that. Just
for
it's fun
example,
is a good answer.
for example, there's this
Okay.
character Lark. They look like a mushroom guy. It's like the mushroom guy, and this guy can put down. He can place like pods on the ground, and these pods buff you and your team, and then debuff the other team when they're in range. And you can just
This dude
place
looks
these
like
on
a
the map.
trip.
The catch is though, or the thing about that is, you can put down an unlimited amount. You can just put these shits down, and there's like no limit. And
What?
not only that, but they persist after you die, and they persist through rounds. So when the round ends, as long as the enemy team does not destroy them, they're just there forever, unless they destroy them. So when I realized that, because it doesn't tell you this. So I just spend like 5 minutes just fucking around in the corner during the match just to see, okay, what can I do with this? How many of these can I put down? And once I got to like 20 or so, I was like, okay, this is broken. So when I realized that, I had one of the greatest matches I've ever had. It was so much fun. So I was just putting down fucking like 50 of these things, just throwing them down all over the place, and the enemy team just had no idea how to deal with it. It was so much fun. Um, and like that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like there's really cool abilities that yeah, anyone who can like place shit, a lot of the time you can just put down an unlimited amount. There's another character that can put down she's like a stealth character, and she can just put down like little like sensor orbs that detect where where the enemy team is, and you can see them through walls when they're in range of one of these sensors. And again, she can put down an unlimited amount anywhere on the map, and it persists through rounds, and they just stay there unless they get destroyed. So it's like super useful because when the enemy team is in range of one of these things, you can just see them through the map. It's like super broken.
That is so cool. Like that is. I like this. I don't know if that's on purpose.
I
It's
think
got to
it's
be if it's like all these
yeah,
characters.
yeah,
I like this
like
idea that everyone's like kind of broken, and that's cool to me. Like
yeah.
just have everyone be kind of broken.
And then I'm like, how do you counter this? Because I've got 50 of these fucking pods across the map, and that character Lark gets like a defense buff based on how many of those things are like active on the map. So if you got a shitload of them on the map, you're just kind of unbeatable. And I'm like, how do you counter this? There's no way that they're gonna go around and waste time shooting at all these things and destroy them because they're just all over the place. But I found out there's another character that's like, there's one character that's a direct counter to all of this. Every character that places anything. One off, the big gay yellow robot guy, um, is a direct counter to anyone who can place shit. Because he
I
has
like
like
how you just said big gay yellow robot guy. Like I know who that is. Like I just. Oh yeah,
you're
I
not
know this.
he's the one from the trailers, the big like yellow guy. He's like he's the one from the trailers. Um, yeah, he's like the big yellow robot. Um, when you see him, he's like a big yellow like trash can, and he has a vacuum. His weapon is like a vacuum. It can blow and it does damage to enemies, or it can suck. And when you set it to suck, it picks up all of any placeable items that anyone puts down. It just sucks it up instantly. And then not only that, but when it sucks those things up, he can he turns those things into junk grenades, and he can throw them, and it turns into like it does massive damage. And
Oh yeah, that dude. This must have been on purpose then, because that dude's like directly built against that.
yeah, and yeah, once you saw that, I'm like, holy shit, this guy can just counter the thing that I just did. But that's the thing I was saying is that the game's so new that no one knows that unless you like unless you're actively trying to like figure shit out. No one really is gonna know that because it's not explained very well. The abilities and shit are not explained very well, and there's no practice range to kind of play with shit. So you really just have no idea unless you just consciously go and try to do it. So that was my problem during the beta, and they said there will be practice mode in the final game. So yeah.
Well, that's cool. Like that sounds awesome though. Like some of the character abilities are pretty unique. Like just the fact that like the characters that place items don't have a limit. Like that's already like a really cool, unique thing that like nobody does.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool to like, and I can see in different modes because I was really just sticking to like the team deathmatch mode. But I'm sure in other modes, like if it's like an objective mode, you can place those pods around the objective to really like bolster it up and really just make it like a defense. Like I'm sure like shit like that would be super useful. Like different characters would be useful in different scenarios. I'm sure.
Yeah.
However, there were a few characters where I was like, you will never be useful. I don't understand. There were two characters in particular where I'm like, what the fuck is your purpose? And there's a grenade. There's a lady with a grenade launcher that shoots flammable goo, and when she shoots, the goo damages both her and her teammates. And I'm like, how are you useful? How are you useful? You're just a hazard in every way.
Wait. So she puts down this goo that damages you when you touch it, but it's capable of hurting her and her teammates.
Yes.
That's significantly less useful.
Yeah.
Even in like Team Fortress 2, like the flamethrower, like the pyro doesn't hurt his own teammates. Like that's the whole point. Like you see a scuffle, you run over it with your flamethrower and kill everyone who's not on your team.
Yeah.
Like that's insane to me. That'd be like the mechanic, like his turret's targeting your own teammates. I think that's crazy.
Yeah. It was insane. When I realized that, I was like, because you can set down areas of goo, and then when someone walks over it, it like explodes in a fire, and then you catch fire. But then like I did that, and then one of my teammates walked over it and caught fire, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way that this is real. Yeah. So
that went from like quite a bit useful to like completely useless.
Yeah.
Like just with that.
If they made it so it didn't damage your own people, it would be way more useful because you could just lay that shit down in like an area, like as a trap for the other team or something.
Like a trap or like a choke point. Like there's a lot of things you can do with that, but when it hurts your team, it's like, okay, that's gonna fuck with like the rest of the team too. Like whatever handicaps you put on, it's gonna handicap everybody else.
So there was that, and then there's this sniper lady, who has an ability that's like super jump. It lets her jump really high, assumedly to get to high points on the map, so you can like use them as like vantage points for sniping.
Yeah,
you would think. Yeah. However, the game doesn't let you get onto anything. It doesn't let you get on top of anything. Like the maps are not built in such a way where you can get on top of shit.
So there's no vantage points then.
There's no vantage points except for like parts on the map where it's like, here's a box you can stand on, but they're not very good vantage points. Like what you want to do is like get on top of like a structure on the map, you know? And when you try to do that, there's like invisible walls and shit. There's invisible walls and it pushes you off. Like you cannot get up there. and I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, why would I? How like I was baffled. I was like, this has got to be the worst character in the game. If you can't like get on top of shit, then
Well,
what the
it's
fuck
still
is the
in
point?
beta, right? So.
Yeah, but it comes out like in a month.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not gonna
That's
be.
obnoxious. Like there's. It
Because if you
sounds
play,
like some characters got some love, and another group of characters need some more work.
yeah, if you ever play like Overwatch's map design has like a bunch of like high vantage points. You can get on top of shit, and then Widowmaker has that like grappling hook. She can like get on top of shit, or there's like a bunch of characters that can get on top of shit in Overwatch. One, because the map is designed in such a way that they have those opportunities. I feel like these maps, at least the ones that were available here, just did not have anything like that. It just didn't have anything that it wasn't designed for specific characters to get on top of. If not any other characters also had a pathway to get up there. Like there's stuff that is like higher ground, but it's stuff that every character can just there's direct pathways to. You can walk up there, like you wouldn't have to jump. But and she's a fucking sniper. Like if she can jump up to a spot that other characters can walk to, it's not really a good vantage point. I don't know. Anyway, there was just some characters, it seemed like the balance was off. Like Haymar has like a crossbow, and I swear you hit people, you 2 shots with that, everyone's dead. But then the big guy that was like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, like a big melee iron skin guy, super fucking weak.
Oh yeah.
Super weak. And I'm like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, it just seemed like there was like a bit of a balancing issue with some of the characters some characters did do way more damage, some characters did less damage. It didn't make sense. Yeah. So overall though, I had fun with it. I did have fun with it. I think in the end it's just gonna be a little light for me, Like I'm not really looking for a game that's just PvP only and like that's it.
Yeah.
I just need a little bit more personally, especially I mean like $40, like especially when there's like an upfront cost. It's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit steep for me. So, but yeah, when it goes free to play, you will have a lot of fun.
I'll check it out when it goes free to play though.
Yeah.
That's a bummer because I mean the game looked all right. Like it didn't look great. It looked all right.
Yeah.
So.
It didn't look all right. I had like doubts that there would be any fun to be had here, but there is fun to be had. There is fun to be had.
Good.
So yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, like you said, maybe when it goes free to play, inevitably, I'll check it out. That game is not getting any attention at all right now. Like no one's talking about it. Not even bad things, which is like a very bad side.
Well, people are talking about it as like, yeah, this game's dead on announcement and dead on arrival. I'm like, I kind of like to be a little bit more
optimistic.
Yeah. So I like to play it for myself before I start talking shit about a thing. And it does have its merits, but it's just that I just feel like it just needs a bit. It needs something else. I just feel like when they showed that initial trailer, I was like, oh, this looks fucking cool. I can't wait to get into this story. And finding out there isn't one is like fucking ridiculous. So, because the world and the characters seem interesting, but if they're just like, yeah, there's just gonna be like a once a week vignette on, you can see what the characters are doing on board the ship, and I'm like, that's not enough for me, man. It's just not enough. I want to know about the whole universe. Like the whole thing seems interesting, but if I get like a minute and a half worth of cutscene once a week, that's not enough. So
I mean, Overwatch kind of did that, right? They would release these little like vignettes for the characters, like every couple months or something. But those were like I think little short films, though.
Yeah, I feel like Overwatch was, um, you could access those outside of the game. Like none of those were
Yeah,
in the game. I don't think
yeah.
they would just release them on like their YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the game.
And I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't play Overwatch really.
Overwatch 2 is free.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I didn't really play Overwatch. So, well, check it out then. I guess Concord. If you haven't played it yet, check it out. Look into it. Or wait till it goes free to play or something. The character designs are pretty cool looking. Like, they're cool and unique, but yeah, I'll need to wait till the game comes out.
Yeah. Also played Once Human. This I'm not going to talk about for very long because
Okay.
it's like a free to play crafting survival game. I think the unique thing about this is that it's the aesthetic is that of a Control kind of mixed with like an SCP thing. A lot of the monsters are like those SCP like meme monsters, like Siren Head and shit like that. It plays like it looks like Control, and it kind of plays like an open world survival version of The Division, kind of.
Yeah, I've seen the game before. It looked okay, not my cup of tea. I could see it appealing to the right people.
Yeah. The thing about it is that it's like an open world survival games, and everything you do gets reset every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, the map resets. So.
Oh wow.
But I think
So like
I think
any
you keep
base
some
building you
things.
do. Okay, I was gonna say like
The base build,
that'd
yeah,
be kind
all
of
the
annoying.
bases reset.
Yeah, I was gonna. That sounds kind of annoying. Like you put all this
Yeah,
time and like, can you imagine if I Grounded did that? Like every couple weeks, it just reset the map.
yeah, yeah. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. But if you go out into the map, you'll see like it has a shitload of players, and so all the players can reserve their area on the map, almost like you're claiming land for yourself, and then that's the area
Yeah,
that you get to build in. So, and once you get out into the world, you'll see there's just fucking shit all over the place from players. Like, there's a ton of players. So, I can see maybe the map resets to give people a chance to actually claim some land for themselves. Uh,
okay, that makes sense.
so I can see that maybe.
Interesting.
Um,
Interesting. But all in all, you like weren't into it, really?
yeah, it just seemed very shallow. It
I mean,
just
there's so
seemed.
many of these out already. Like you got to do a lot to stand out, and I think like this doesn't hasn't done that.
Yeah, like I like the aesthetic. I like the Control aesthetic that it's doing, and it doesn't have controller support, and so the keyboard and mouse is the only way to play. And I've never played a fucking game on a keyboard that literally uses every key on the keyboard. Like
Well,
the inputs are brain dead. I don't understand why every key needs a unique feature on every screen. Like the escape key is not like you can't just close any menu by hitting the escape key or hitting the tab key. You have to actually use whatever they assigned the close button in whatever menu you're in, and it's different every time. You
that
have
is
to hit that
obnoxious.
key. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys like that? I already hate using keyboard and mouse.
I was gonna say I'm a huge keyboard mouse advocate, and that pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like super like I hated it. I couldn't like you get to remap the keys, sure, but um like I'm showing some footage right now. Just look at what keys like N is the flashlight. Like you have to like scratch your hand across the keyboard in so many different fucking ways that it's just so unintuitive. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that
sounds
was
obnoxious. I hate that.
yeah. Um Oh yeah, and it was doing this Portal thing, and it just looked like shit. I'm like, Portal did this like 20 years ago, and you guys can't do it in Unreal Engine 5. Uh, yeah, it's super budget, free to play, and it shows. And yeah, and it's like it's kind of shitty, but it's free, so whatever.
Oh, that's funny. All right, well, fuck that game.
There's one
I've
more
been playing a
game.
lot. Oh, you got one more game? Cool, let's hear it.
Throne and Liberty had a open beta. It's an MMO by NCSoft, the guys that brought you New World and that Diablo-like Korean MMO, which I forget, Lost Ark.
Yeah, Lost Ark.
It's those guys. They're making a new MMO, and they had an open beta, and it plays like it plays like Guild Wars 2. And
Okay.
And it's shitty because you don't just it's like a grind fest. You could already tell. I shut the game off once I got to the part where it wants you to craft armor, and that's the only way to get armor is to like craft it with materials. Like you can't just kill a thing and then pick up armor from it. You kill things, get materials to then bring to the armor crafter, and then craft the armor. And then the armor crafting was so confusing because the menu doesn't like filter out shit for your class. So it just shows you everything you can build. And I'm like, okay, what do I need for the class that I'm playing as? And it's just not clear. It's just not clear at all. And,
that's obnoxious. I can understand the argument for like dropping materials versus like gear.
Yeah,
because
it makes more
if
sense.
You're fighting like
technically,
it makes more sense because if you're grouping with people, right, and there's a chance to like drop gear, and the gear has like nothing to do with your class, like there's not an incentive there. Versus like, oh, there's this rare material I could use to upgrade my own equipment or to make something new for me. Like that makes more sense, at least to me it does.
Yeah. It's just there's not really anything unique about your character. You know, it's like not I don't know. I always compare this shit to like PSO2 because PSO2 is like the only MMO where your character truly looks unique. Like there will literally never be anyone that looks like your character in that game just because of the way it works. It's just all cosmetic shit. Like it's really cool. And so like I don't really like games where like everyone's gonna look like me for the majority of the game. And that's what this game does, and it's just super confusing just how it works. Because like it does the Final Fantasy thing of whatever you have equipped determines your class, so you can switch at any point to like you can carry I think like 2 different weapons and then switch to those on the fly, and then that determines your skills and your class. Basically like your skills will switch with whatever weapon you have equipped. So but it's not an action game. It just looks like one because when you hit the button to attack, you're not attacking. You're just going into like your attack animation, and then it locks you into that. If that makes any sense, like World of Warcraft or Guild Wars 2, where it's just like you're attacking now.
It's like an auto attack.
Like, yeah. It just looks like the way it displays shit makes it look like it's an action game because you have a dodge, you have like all this other action game type shit, but it really just makes it look like you're in action when really you're not really.
You're watching an auto attack with occasional like you're watching an auto attack with occasional like commands you can put in with your hotkey. Like that's it.
Which again, you know, we're playing like Unreal Engine 5 type shit. I'm kind of like beyond that style of shit. Like Guild Wars 2 is still going strong. I know they have like a huge expansion coming. Let Guild Wars 2 do that. I feel like this game just does not. Yeah, I'm like kind of beyond it now. Yeah. So that I think this is also going to be free when it comes out. So that's Throne and Liberty. So if that's your thing, then it has a huge focus on big big, large scale battles is what the focus on this is. Like getting into a guild and then having like 50 players, all like trying to tackle like a boss. Or it does this thing where it's like guild versus guild type shit, where it's just huge battles for like land. You can control land and shit. You know, I didn't get that far in a beta, but that's the big thing with this game is just huge, large scale PvP battles or large scale boss battles and shit like that. So seems like it could be cool, but I'm not into it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't sound too good.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that good.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing a lot. Like I'm still just playing Diablo 3 right now on Switch. It's so easy to boot up. I don't have to turn on my computer.
Yeah.
When I get home from work, dude, I'm so tired. I've fallen asleep. I got my computer before. It's been insane. Like I swear, I came home last night. I had some shit to do yesterday, so I didn't even work. But I was out. I was out late. I came home, put the baby to bed, went to play Fallout on my computer, and I fell asleep. Like,
shit.
And I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta go to bed then.
You must have a really comfy chair.
It's pretty comfy. Not gonna lie, it's pretty comfy. But I don't want to be falling asleep while I'm playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing Diablo 3 a lot because I can do that like whenever. Like, he could be watching Wiggles or something. I just pull out my Switch. No, Junior. Just threw his food everywhere. Why'd you do that? Luckily, it didn't make a mess. That's good. He just took his tray down. I told you, I have that suction cup plate on his tray, right? I told you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he like picked up his tray and threw it, and the plate held on, so it didn't make a mess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, you got lucky. That's you have to suction cup the whole tray down.
I know, for real. Well, the tray was like, he wanted to get down, so he still had some food left. So I'm okay, I'll put the tray on like a coffee table. I'll put the tray on the coffee table and leave it there.
Oh, okay. He wasn't intentionally trying to like fuck shit up.
Yeah, but then he grabbed the tray and was like, "Why is the tray on the coffee table?" And he pulled it. And it fell. That's my bad. I should have taken it right to the kitchen. There's one thing I learned having a kid. It's like, don't put stuff down, put it away immediately. Yeah. But I'm playing Diablo 3 a lot. It's still fun as fuck, dude. Even on Switch, it's still fun. Like, it's recycling old season content. So if you didn't have a chance to play some of those old seasons or finish them, here's your chance to do it. And they last like about a month and a half, something like that. So you get some decent time. Not as much time as like an original dedicated season, but some decent time. There's some cool features in it to make each season a little bit easier to play through. So that's fun. It's just a good old time, man. It's a fun game. That's all I can say. Diablo 3 is a fun game. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The end game of Diablo 3 is like the best part of it. Which, by the way, like, the things people want from ARPGs is so fucking obnoxious. Like, I hate it. I hate hearing any discourse about it. Because people will say simultaneously, oh, the game needs to, like, have a good story and lore and take its time and immerse you, while at the same time being the game needs to be really fast and fluid and just have a great end game. Like, no one can agree on, like, what makes a good ARPG, so fuck all that discourse. Like, I know what I want. Diablo 3's got it, so I'm going to keep playing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get back in Diablo 4 eventually when I have time to, like, play it again. I've maxed out the seasonal journey already, so I just got to, like, play the rest of the content there and, like, really get into it, but I haven't had that time.
Yeah, let me know when you hit level 100.
I maxed out that season journey bar. I know, I'm close.
Hit max level,
last time I checked, I was like 80.
That end shit.
Yeah, I want to. Because I already hit the seasonal journey. Like, I went through all the stuff, so.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, like, dropping some money on it so I can get all the extra stuff, because I finished it. So it's not like,
yeah,
well, I don't want to drop this money and just not finish it. Like, no, I'm there. I'm at the end of it.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've not done that yet. I had one free one for like buying the Ultimate Edition, and then I fucking used it on the first season because I didn't know. Yeah, And I didn't even play that one that much. Yeah.
Yeah, that first season was interesting.
Yeah.
First season was kind of like mid. Second season was incredible. Third season just sucked ass. I hated everything about it. This fourth season's been incredible so far. So I'm excited. I need to get back into Diablo 4. I really want to get back to Diablo 4. Like, the season's not over yet. I still got some time to do some of that in-game content. And then the next season that comes out is gonna have the Spiritborn DLC, right? It's gonna have the Spiritborn stuff the next season.
Yeah.
So that's what I gotta do. We could talk about that right now since we're on the subject. But that trailer looked really good.
Yeah, the Spiritborn's like it's like a druid, but not.
Yeah, it's like a monk, which I like. So
yeah,
it's from my limited experience in RPGs, right? There's like the character archetypes are like fast melee, slow melee, magic, and ranged. Those are the main types, I think. And that Spiritborn is definitely that fast melee archetype that like the monk was. So I'm excited for that. I've wanted like a monk character for a while, so the Spiritborn I think is the closest to get to that. The Mesoamerican like design behind it is really cool. That's a really unique like setting. I don't think like a lot of just games in general like really look into, this Mesoamerican imagery. So I'm excited for that. And the character looks fun. Like all the Spirit Guardians you can play with like look really cool. And those affect like the abilities you can do, the ultimates you have, the passives you can have. So it looks neat. Like it looks like a lot of fun. And I like any game that lets me just play a really fast, aggressive character. Like I said, Monk is like one of my favorite characters from Diablo. And that looks like the closest I'm gonna get to that.
I like these I like the trailers when they like show the gameplay and it like goes in, it like zooms out for the they're showing off all the abilities and shit. I just like when like Path of Exile 2 did this, and like Diablo does it now, and it just looks fucking. It just makes it look so much more awesome than it might actually be.
Yeah, it makes it look incredible. Yeah, it makes it look incredible. It's probably not gonna be that cool in the final game.
Yeah.
Like it looks cool now. They're probably like they have like high level gear, and they're probably like they have the difficulty turned down.
Yeah.
I'm sure like once you turn the difficulty up to something viable that you can actually get some good loot with, it's going to be very different. But I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm really excited. We'll see when it comes out. I'm definitely going to pick it up. You're going to pick it up, the DLC for it?
Yeah, I want it on Steam, so I was like waiting for like maybe they'll do like a discount on Steam or something, because it's like, it's like $30 or some shit. Yeah. So I was wondering if Steam would have like a sale that I could pick up the base game and the expansion for like somewhere around the same price. Yeah.
Maybe. That's a good idea because you want it on Steam.
I want it on Steam.
Because you have it on Battle.net right now, right?
Yeah, and it's on Game Pass now, but it's just like the Battle.net version. I want like achievements, and the Game Pass version is just the Battle.net. It's not like an Xbox version. It's the Battle.net version, so it still doesn't like link to your Xbox account, which is fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah.
So. Not many of those Xbox games actually link back to your, like the only one that I know did that was Psychonauts 2. It's like the only one that like I got on Steam and you can link your Xbox account and still get the Xbox achievements.
Yeah, but not all those games do it. It's like super weird. The Battle.net I kind of understand because that's the easiest way to make it cross progression. So like even though I never like downloaded the Game Pass version, I strictly played it on Battle.net. When I did download it on Game Pass for my Xbox, it carried over all my stuff because I logged in my Battle.net account. So I think maybe that's why they do it, but it is still weird. Like it doesn't. Once you connect your Xbox account, it should like unlock those achievements.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it does. It does because when I logged into my Battle.net account on my Xbox and booted up Diablo 4, it just gave me all these achievements.
Well, yeah, if you load
So
it on console.
Yeah.
But on PC, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't do any of that. Okay, that's
the PC
annoying.
version, yeah, the PC Game Pass version is literally, it launches Battle.net, and it's just that.
Okay, that's annoying.
Yeah, it doesn't even show your like Xbox friends or anything. It's just Battle.net.
Okay, that's obnoxious then. Yeah, never mind. Man, fuck that. What's up, bud? I don't know if you can hear him. He's like talking. You're saying like Coco. Coco's our dog. She's in your kennel, dude. She's not here.
Helldivers 2's biggest update, Escalation of Freedom.
Yes, we got all kinds of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Some new faction, not new factions, but new like enemies in the existing factions. Some new biomes. A new difficulty level. Like all kinds of shit. It looks cool. Almost makes you want to get back into Helldivers 2. Almost.
Yeah, I want to get back into it, man, because it's been a while since I.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
And I hear they made a lot of changes. And we're getting closer to that third faction, which I believe is the Squid faction. I forget what they're called.
Oh,
but
that like alien faction from the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they call it the Enlightened or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. Like that super smart, like advanced alien race. Yeah.
Yeah, they had like cloaking and shit.
I think they're called the Enlightened or something. They're basically just the skinnies from like Starship Troopers. Or like the Covenant Halo.
They're adding a new difficulty.
Yeah.
They're new mission types. Bigger outpost. The Impaler enemy, which is like this giant like claw guy. From Bugs.
There's like a series of claws that come out of the ground.
Yeah.
And just like fuck with you. Yeah. They look like those like that tentacle thing from Half-Life. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Looks exactly like that. But no, there's some good shit in here. I'm excited for it. There's a new charger, the Spore charger. It's basically the same charger, but it releases this like spore. It fucks with your visibility, so you can't even see it until it's like right up on you.
Yeah.
Which is like, that sucks. That sounds fucking horrible. Like that sounds difficult. The whole thing with the charger is like, yeah, he can fuck you up, but you can see him coming. Now you don't even get that luxury. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's new updates going to add all kinds of stuff to the game, and it's dropping on August 6th. So keep an eye open for that. It looks dope, dude. I want to get back into it. It's just like I was just saying, dude. I get home from work, I put this kid to sleep. I'm so tired. I don't want to play like a lean forward game like Helldivers.
Yeah, especially like especially a game where you have to just pay so much attention to it, and like you kind of have to go in with a team and you have to coordinate with people. You could do it solo, but like that would be even more. Like there was a point where I was just doing like the easiest difficulty on solo, and just kind of it's more leisurely that way. You can kind of still get shit done, but you're not really getting much done. But
yeah,
I was doing that for a little bit, but I just wasn't really getting it done. But
yeah, that's why I'll probably pick it up eventually once things start to slow down here. Maybe once this kid starts like going to bed pretty regularly on his own, I can have something to do. See what happens whenever that happens. But no, this looks cool. Like it's a cool update. It's free, so no money for this update. That's dope. So go check this shit out. And then some more quickies. We got Diablo IV: The Vessel of Hatred expansion. We were talking about that. That's coming out really soon. Can't wait for it. Fallout London looks incredible, dude. I saw that trailer last night, and it looks fucking awesome.
It is out now on GOG.
Yes.
You have to downgrade your Fallout if you have it on Steam, because they put out that update and it broke fucking everything. It's still fucking broken, and so there's like a downgrader patch on like Nexus that you can use to downgrade back to the working version. Which is
so do I need Fallout on my computer, I assume, to like play this mod?
Yeah.
So even if I have Fallout on Steam and I download the mod from GOG, I still need to get that downgrader.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have
you think
their
GOG
page.
Or whatever.
Yeah, you would think that they could just do that. I know like the GOG version of Fallout has like some built-in functions where you could just tell it what version of the game you want it to run, and it will just do that.
That's awesome.
But they have like instructions on their the London page to where you can just they have everything on there. It's not too crazy, so
I'll check it out later then. Cool. But no, the trailer looks incredible. Like, it shows off a lot of the detail. The world looks really good.
It looks great.
Like,
they have fucking working trains.
Yeah, they have working trains. The environment looks good. This is not like a copy paste like mod job. This was like a lot of the assets here are original, and it's fully voice acted. From what I can see in the trailer, pretty convincingly voice acted.
It's crazy because a lot of these fucking like huge mods for these games just never come out, or they'll be in development forever, and you're like, oh, when's fucking Sky Oblivion coming out? And you're like, yeah, never. Never, guys.
When it does come out, it's like super disappointing, like that New Vegas one. Remember that one?
No, I don't think that came out yet.
No, there was a New Vegas one that came out that took you like a whole different region. It was like Cold Frontier, New Frontier.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it was super weird because like I guess like one of the developers put a bunch of like weird sex stuff in it. That was obviously like huge like fetish bait stuff.
Yeah.
And it like basically ruined the whole mod because like people were like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like, why can't I just randomly fuck a Deathclaw? Like, that's weird.
This is the part where the Deathclaw fucks you. It's like, oh, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's so weird, man.
But I think that mod had like vehicles and shit. Like these things are always like super ambitious in ways that Bethesda themselves never are. So
like, like that's what I mean. Like, it would have been a cool time if it didn't have this weird fetish bait on it.
Yeah.
But no, this looks pretty cool. I haven't heard any controversy about it yet. It's been out for a couple, like, 12 hours?
Yeah. So,
no controversy yet. No one's complaining about, like, I don't know, fucking a Deathclaw, so cool. I think I'll check this out then. I'll probably check it out later when this kid goes to bed. But yeah, that's all there's to say about that. Like, the factions look cool too. Like, I liked there's actually like attention to like create more factions. Like, there's some mutants there that look really interesting. Like they put a lot of work into this. Like, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. So I'll check it out. I'll probably talk about it next week when I play it. Game releases. They are pulled from Wikipedia for the utmost accuracy. Yep. We got Daydream, Forgotten Sorrow, dropping on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. Earth Defense Force 6 dropping on PC, PS4, and PS5. Picking that up?
Surprisingly, very good reviews. Well, okay, not on Steam at least. Not on Steam. I'm sure it's like performance-related shit.
Most likely.
We'll find out.
Like niche Japanese game releasing on PC. Yeah, I'm sure the PC port's like awful.
Requires Epic Game Store. Okay.
Okay, so maybe all the reviews are just that. Like,
yeah.
That alone is gonna drop it off to like mostly negative, I think. At least with Steam players.
Dude, people hate Epic so much. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Is that the only
there's
thing?
a lot of reasons to hate it, but like, I mean, don't Ubisoft games on Steam require the Uplay launcher anyway? And like those don't
Yes,
get like a
and they
rebound
don't
for
even.
it. So
It's worse with Ubisoft because they don't even support. They don't support Steam achievements. They don't support Steam Cloud. They don't support
yeah,
like cross save. They don't support. They don't support any of the features that Steam comes with. Uh, it's worse with Ubisoft. That like Beyond Good and Evil
yeah,
thing came out, and everyone it's like super well rated on Steam, even though it doesn't like fucking support any Steam features. Yeah, mostly positive on Steam, but
yeah.
it has no Steam features at all. And
It's
it has double DRM because not only does it require Ubisoft, it also has de nouveau. Uh, yeah, super shitty, but no one gives a fuck about that.
yeah,
Uh, but
but
Earth
it
Defense
depends for
Force.
six stuff. You gonna pick that up? It's like a U
Yeah.
game, isn't it? Like you're
Oh
into these
yeah.
games.
Oh yeah. It's a full 60 bones game though.
Huh?
It's a full 60 bones. So a little steep. I might try to just see if I can find it cheaper somewhere.
Yeah,
Because that's a little weird for an EDF game.
I was gonna say because these are like kind of niche, like double A games, right? Like they're usually like 30-40 bucks what they release at.
Yeah. But it's reviewing very well outside of fucking the Epic Games requirement. Uh yeah. Definitely want to check it out.
All right, dope. We got Hollow Cocoon dropping on Switch. Lakeview Cabin Collection for everything. Elijah and Natsuka, Painting Lies, dropping on PC. Omega 6, The Triangle Stars, dropping on Switch. Some Convenience Store, dropping on Switch. Spark the Electric Jester 3, dropping on Switch. I've
Yeah.
heard of this game. Spark the Electric Jester. They're like
Like an indie
Sonic-inspired games.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this one's like Sonic Adventure style.
Yeah. And
This
it
has been
looked
in my
dope.
wish list for quite some time.
Yeah, same. I forgot this is coming out. Well, I guess it came out already on Steam, but it's barely dropping on like Switch.
Yeah.
And this actually looked really cool. Like really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard like all the Electric Jester games are pretty good, but I've never
Yeah.
played them.
It's because the other ones are more like they're all Sonic influenced, but the other ones, this is the first 3D one.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of like inspiration from the adventure games,
Yeah.
which is cool for me. I don't know. I go back and forth on whether I actually like Sonic. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. I like
Like,
Sonic
I don't know if I
Adventure.
actually. I don't even know if I like Sonic Adventure for the gameplay. If I'm being totally honest. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit
I
here and
remember
tell you
like
they're good games, but
yeah,
yeah,
I
like
remember
the
liking it as a kid a lot, but I'm like, do I actually like these games, or did I just like them because I was a kid? I haven't played them like in my adult life in a while, so
yeah.
yeah, I don't think I've played those games since I was an adult, so I have no idea if they're good or not.
No,
I'll
they're
give them
not
another
good.
try. Yeah,
They're not good,
it
but
was a Sonic game when I was a kid, so I put up with it.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll give it another shot. I think I can still get the Sonic Adventure games on like Xbox. I know they're on Steam, but I'm thinking of getting it on Xbox. I can play it out here in the living room. And my wife's like super into them. She can play them too.
Oh, Spark 2 is 3D. Spark 2 is 3D.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool. Okay, so they went right from like 2D to 3D then.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Check it out. It's on Switch now. So, go play that. Silvio Blackwater's dropping on PC. Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus releasing on Switch. And Undying releasing on Switch. Then Friday, July 26th, we got Ao Oni dropping on PC and Switch. I thought this game was already out. I guess not.
How do you know about this?
Yeah, it's like an RPG Maker game.
Oh,
Like
one of these.
Yeah, it's like one of those like RPG Maker horror games.
Oh, have I seen this? I
Probably.
recognize this like face, this like purple
the blue,
face guy.
the blue purple thing. Yeah, that's like a like the mascot for the game.
Huh.
You've definitely seen it if you've been on the internet at all. Like you've seen it.
Okay.
But yeah, I could have sworn that was already like on
this
a
game just
PC
came out.
release.
How have I seen that?
It's an old RPG Maker game.
Oh.
Like it's a really old RPG Maker game. It's got a. This is like its re-release.
Oh,
Like
it was
it's
on
like
itch.io.
10th re-release or something. Yeah. It was on itch.io. It was free to. It was like a shareware game way back in the day. It's like Corpse Party. You know, like that game came out like free.
Yeah.
Like a decade ago, and since then it's been released on like everything. Yeah, I always use the same way. I could have sworn like this game was already got like a Steam release, like a Steam remaster or something, but I guess like it just barely came out. But
this is gonna be another one of those like overwhelmingly positive. For some reason, there's like all these games are always overwhelmingly positive on Steam, and I'm like, I could like just look at one of these and see what the deal is.
well, a big part of it is because like they were super inspirational, quote unquote, when they came out, and I guess people are attributing that to like quality, which is like fine if you liked it, but let's try to review like this version of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, I don't care about those RPG Maker horror games. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
like, there's so fucking many of them.
Yeah, I didn't care, but when you look at like how highly reviewed they are, I'm like, well, there must be something here.
Yeah, and the something there is the same thing that's in like all those other ones. It's the same something that's in like Corpse Party. That's in actually Yumi Niki's pretty cool, so that one gets a pass because it's not trying to be like a horror game. It's trying to do something cool and unique. But it's the same thing as like Crooked Man. All those other like RPG Maker horror games, the same. And I'm kind of tired of them. I haven't even played one. I'm already like kind of tired of them. I'll look up like a lore video on YouTube if I really want to know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'll admit the stories for them are pretty cool. Like they should have been an anime, I think, or a book. Jokes aside, yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't really care. I don't care about Audi. Yeah, so if you want to play it, you want to see what the deal is, you can play it on now on PC or Switch. Frontier Hunter, Ezra's Wheel of Fortune. What is this game?
Anime style Metroidvania.
Ooh, okay.
RPG progression system, numerous weapons for switching, and an emphasis on equipment building. It offers 3 switchable characters, smooth gameplay, impactful. Whoa! There was like a Panzer Dragoon section.
Oh, was there?
This looks really dumb.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, holy shit. Okay. This looks cool.
Yeah.
Man, that's my wish list. Frontier Hunter. Okay, that looks dope. That's why I like doing these, because like we get to see some cool shit. This looks cool as fuck.
Looks like it's been in early access for a couple years now.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like this big thing, like they're saying it is, like 3 playable characters and this like dynamic combat system and all this loot and gear.
Yeah.
I could see it taking a while for a small team to put together.
It looks a lot like Bloodstained, like art style wise.
It looks a bit cleaner than Bloodstained, at least I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it in motion though. I'm just looking at the screenshots, so maybe that's why. I'll have to see it in motion. I'm going to get a full opinion on it, but it looks cool. I'm into it. Next, we got One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition dropping on Switch. This is barely coming out on Switch. Hasn't this game been out for like a couple of years now?
Yeah, but you know, these Switch versions, they have to like do a lot of work to get them to run on Switch.
That's true. It's just surprising to me it came out on PC before it got released on Switch.
I want to play this because I want to experience One Piece without having to watch it. You know,
this looks pretty deep into the show though, so I think this kind of This
Is this not
assumes like a
like?
couple hundred episodes of baggage.
Is it not like doing like the Dragon Ball game thing where it like starts at the beginning and then you go through every fucking encounter?
I'm looking at these characters. My One Piece knowledge is very limited. I've gotten up to like the chopper bits, and like there's characters here I don't recognize. Like on his crew. Actually, Vivi's in here. She's from like the Alabasta stuff, which I did see.
This game has been
But it's
down
all
to
like
$12.
all these characters are like, this is like their modern version, the time skip. So I don't know. I think this show, like, if this does go through the entire One Piece saga, it's gonna be like a multi-thousand-hour RPG, or it's just dropping you off in like this pre-made, like world pre-made story in the existing like lore.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
really
gonna
say.
assume like you're watching up to this point.
Oh, yeah, the most helpful review says, I recommend watching at least to episode 600 before playing.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so not that much baggage. You just got to watch up to 600. There's like 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, only the first 600. I mean, do that in a weekend.
I was gonna say there's like 1,000 episodes, so the fact that like you don't have to be up to like completely caught up is kind of, if you were any sort of like interested in this.
Yeah. I just want like the Dragon Ball, because all those Dragon Ball games are all the fucking same. They start with like Raditz. Like they start way earlier than they probably should. Like right from the fucking beginning, like Raditz. And like, oh, I'm gonna cut off the boy's tail because he's a monkey and he doesn't know how to control it. Like it all starts from like that point. It's like way earlier than it even should, and then it always goes, like, through the whole fucking story. That's what I want. That's what I want all of these games to do. Is just give me the story in a video game, and I can just, I just get the whole thing that way, and probably
It
a better
only goes
pace.
so far though. Like Dragon Ball, the Kakarot game doesn't go up to like the super stuff. I think.
I
I think it's like just up to the Majin Buu stuff.
They're still adding content to that game. I thought they did add.
Oh, they are, yeah. They added the Dragon Ball stuff to it, I think.
Oh yeah. So it goes back
they
even
added
further.
Like, yeah. But I think it was just like the tournament stuff from Dragon Ball. I think it's like an entire storyline.
Oh yeah.
And they added the like the there's Trunks movie
Dragon
stuff
Ball.
Too.
The new Dragon Ball game does everything.
Oh, the newest one coming out, Sparking Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's everything.
Yeah. That one's like everything, which like I don't know how they're gonna do that without it like being really rushed, but we'll see.
Or just keep the same pacing as the shows.
Honestly, if you keep the same pacing as the shows and just not do the still frame stuff, you could probably knock it out like an afternoon.
The shows had a lot of filler in them. That's the thing.
Yeah, they do.
There's a lot of stuff you can cut out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's probably the same with like One Piece. Like I'm sure there's a way to do the entire story and just cut out like the filler parts.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm not a huge One Piece fan. I've seen the first couple. I'm gonna say I'm not a huge fan. I've only seen the first couple hundred episodes. But that is how it is, though. Like I saw like up to the Chopper stuff, which I think is like 200, maybe 100 something. And even then, it's like that's like a drop in the bucket compared to like the rest of the shit that's like here, dude. Like,
yeah.
But no, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I want to get into One Piece again, but it's so fucking far into it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to start that. Like, I don't know if I want to like try it because it's so far in. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. What was I gonna say? But yeah, One Piece. Go check it out. It's on Switch now. So if you want to pay like $60 for a game that's been like as low as $12 on everything else. And that's going to do it for the show, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to listen, having us talk about video games. I love talking about video games. So anyone who wants to hop in, you can join the Discord. You know, we're always talking there. We're always mentioning stuff. We usually share the links and stuff we're going to talk about in the show before we do the show there. So it gives you a chance to like watch the trailers we do, get some opinions. You can find us in some other places too. Wasabi, tell people where they can find us.
Gameoverse.com, Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/Discord, Gameoverse.com/radio. There's a 24/7 radio that you can go there and just listen to gaming jams. Really good variety on there too. Did you know the finals has a really good fucking soundtrack? I didn't until someone told me about it, and I put it on that radio, and yeah.
I had no idea. I'll check it out then.
Yeah. But yeah, hop in that Discord and hang out with us, chill out with us, play video games with us, talk to us.
Yeah. In the meantime, everybody be cool, be safe, relax to each other, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.